Hey,
Hi.
welcome.
Hello.
How you feeling today?
I'm a little
Are
hot.
you feeling as good as you look? You hot?
Yeah.
Like hot
Like I
or
need to
or
turn the
hot?
air on. It's hot.
So you're not hot.
Yeah, I need to turn the air on.
All right, go get it. Unless you
Yeah, I
want me to
thought
do
you.
it,
Yeah, I thought
I'll
that you
do
was
it.
going to know. It's all
I
right.
no 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 hold on no you didn't. I got it. I got it. I got it.
It's so hot. Ew. I had to tell you to go sit over there.
That that would have been your solution to tell me to move.
You gotta go sit over there. It's hot.
That's crazy.
Let's get right into introducing what we have for happy hour this week.
I would
Oh, go ahead. I apologize.
I would love to introduce myself first.
Oh yes, we should because this is happy hour Fridays,
Happy Hour Fridays.
and I'm Janae.
And I'm Maurice, aka Reese, aka Coach Reese, aka Reese Raw, aka 5'3", you ain't better than me, aka.
All good? You got off what you needed to get off?
I think so.
All right. Look in the
All
eye.
right.
Hey, well, this is Happy Hour Fridays, and
What's
thank you
up?
again for joining us. I guess we should this is like episode 4,
4.
so we should kind of what do we do here?
What?
Like every Friday, is this a podcast? What are we doing here?
I think we are a married couple that are best friends that are living life.
That's just it.
Yeah.
And we decided to turn a camera on and have everybody join us on Happy Hour Fridays.
Boom. Put all of that on a t-shirt and sell it.
Just like
$10.
this one long behind run on
One
sentence.
long sentence on a t-shirt. $10. Look, we about to be so that's gonna be a $10 shirt at some point.
20.
Dream big.
$10? What?
Dream big.
$20 is $10 is
You
so
see
cheap for
you
a
see
t-shirt.
why
A
I married
t-shirt.
her? Man, if it wasn't for her, man, I'll be eating apples and cinnamon oatmeal for
Every
breakfast,
meal.
lunch, and dinner.
And then getting Popeyes for dessert. Like, what are you doing?
I'm living a life, baby. That would legit be my life.
It would be.
Would it?
Yeah. And
Eh,
what's that other stuff you used to eat? Voila.
Voila. Yo, I never forget, man. I told Nay, I said, baby, I'm gonna cook for you tonight.
Oh my god. Had me in the market after work at like 9:30 and ShopRite talking about some it's over here in the
I
frozen area.
I know exactly where it is. I felt so happy making that voila
He
for
was so much
for
pepper in
Nay.
it.
Yo,
I was like, yo, man,
how do
like
you over season processed food?
no more pepper.
I
No
was like,
more
you
pepper.
you gotta you gotta stir it and then pour some more in there. That's the trick.
Babe, that was insane. Your Royal Life page was insane. I had to put a stop to it. I had to be like, all right,
But
let's have something else.
she was a champ though.
I was very gracious.
She was a champ. That first voila, I felt like that was one of the best dishes I've ever made in my life. You was a champ. You did everything that you were supposed to do in that 90 days.
I did.
Your 90-day review was stellar.
Stellar. Yours was
Stellar.
too. Yours was too.
Yeah, yeah. It's things in that 90. You know that 90-day review. You'll do anything for your employer in that 90 days.
It was some wild times.
Yo,
Like the
man.
Wild Wild West.
Come on, man. You'll do anything and you won't say anything back. Sure. I'll take out the trash for the 18th time today.
Like it's stories that we can't even tell out loud.
Because why did you stay?
Why did you do that?
Why did you stay with him? Why did you stay with her?
Why did you do that? All right, let's get into pouring up. We can first pour up some water
All right.
so we can be hydrated.
I got to tell you something.
What?
And I'm quite a bit embarrassed and ashamed.
What?
You know I've been getting that Whole Foods coffee. Been getting it every day. Shout out to Whole Foods for that brown butter cookie coffee. You're doing something good there.
It's very good. They have
Um,
discovered a sweet spot.
I
Literally.
I think the barista there has a thing for me
What barista?
at the Whole
And you
Foods.
go every day.
I know.
So what are you trying to tell me?
I'm trying to tell you that I don't think I can go to that barista anymore.
What do they look like?
Huh?
What do they look like?
Black, old.
So like Miss Olivia type?
Yes.
Maurice, please. I gotta stop talking to you.
She asked me, so what book are you reading?
Maybe she's just trying to have good customer service.
I didn't feel like it was.
Are you at least getting free coffee?
Not at this point.
Damn, you low.
Oh man. All right.
That's a low. You gotta get something out of it. Do you like it?
What, the coffee?
No, the flirting.
I don't enjoy it.
So then why ain't you getting nothing out of it? You don't even like the flirt? Oh God, that's ill. You gotta do better by yourself.
I'm sorry. All right, let's get into it then. What we got?
All right, let's get into the wine first.
Oh.
So I picked this up from Wine and Spirits. One holds and the other one does the hand. So you either gonna hold or do the hand.
You don't gotta talk to me like that.
I'm giving clear and concise instructions.
So what do we have here?
So we have a spiced apple white,
Yeah.
and I'm trying to see like if there's any particular, what's the region called? To something to. That's how you know it's a Chardonnay or Pinot. That's the region. Shut up.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, he doesn't. This is because shut up. You don't know what I'm talking about. Or you would have finished my sentence.
Well, you don't know.
All right. We have a spiced apple white from Chaddsford Winery.
Right in season.
And this is PA made. I got it from the PA local section in Wine and Spirits. I'm like, let me try out to see what they got going. And this label really did catch my eye. I said, ooh, spiced apple. That is really, seasonally appropriate.
Okay. All right, let's get into it then.
So this bottle was about $14. Very cost efficient. And I don't want y'all to be distracted by the fact that it's a cork, a screw top, because there are good wines that come in screw tops. Did you know that?
Tell them about the. Joy, tell them.
And then there are bad wines that come with corks.
But tell them about the good one. Tell them about the good one.
No.
Tell them.
What good one? So, Jam Jar is a South African sweet wine, dessert wine. And if you're into sweeter wines, this wine has like a really strong berry taste. Very good. $11. Very easy on the pockets. Put that back in the wine thingy.
And I'll tell you this. Its name is fitting.
Yeah. It does feel like a jam. You ready to say cheers?
What? Yeah, let's get into this, man.
Look me in the eye.
All right.
Ting, ting. That's spiced apple.
Man.
Wait a minute.
That's spiced apple right there. On immediate.
That's really good. That's like better than, what are those like hard seltzers? Oh, that's better than those. Because it's not like super sweet. It's deep in flavor.
It really is. I wonder. Okay.
I'm gonna have to grab those for next Saturday.
They say you got to drink the whole thing to really get it.
Oh, we're gonna have to finish that tonight.
It's a 10.5%.
Low. You said right now. Tonight.
Okay.
And then do you want to tell them what we have for our happy hour food?
Oh yeah. So one of the things that when we first started dating, one of the first dates that Janay took me on was we went to Kelly Drive, very scenic place in Philadelphia, and we got the 2 for $20. So with the 2 for $20, you could get an entree, I think an appetizer, or two entrees and an appetizer.
Mm-hmm.
So this meal is from Chili's, and we have
We can't sleep on Chili's. We can't leave Chili's behind because Chili's ain't never really done nothing to us.
Chili's been good to me.
Chili's has been good to us.
Yeah,
They have been good to us.
I would say I love me some Chili's.
Like no matter where we've eaten a lot. We've eaten a lot of places. We've had
baby back ribs, barbecue sauce. Baby back ribs, barbecue sauce.
we have very mature palates.
We have.
And I still can't leave no Chili's behind.
No.
Chili's has been good.
That's Chili's is a restaurant that when I drive by, I reminisce. I think about the chili times in the past.
He likes Chili's, so like the Chili's. I'm glad they closed that shit down. City, yeah. If he used to go in there all the time, little girls always be flirting with him. He liked that Chili's.
Excuse me? I would go in that Chili's. I would frequent there often.
Eat by
But
itself.
there was no
Yes, it was.
any activity.
Yes, it was.
Janay would be so uptight when I would go to the bathroom and people would try to,
Try to what? Try to what?
You know.
What we have is we have a sampler.
Okay.
Plus some fries.
All right.
So in the sampler, it's our classic honey chipotle boneless wings, which we love. Well, we usually get the crisper, tenders, but they don't have that in the sampler. It's either with the wings or with bone or without bone.
Wow. Corny.
And then we have sliders. And then we're trying the new Nashville hot mozzarella sticks. So we might as well try to pull those apart now while it's still hot.
Okay, we should.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
All right.
Grab yours.
All right, grab it.
Oh, I
got a little bounce. All right, what we going right? What? Ooh, look at that.
A little cool, but
yeah, a little cool, but it's all right.
All right. Cheers. I can rock with that. We can bring no napkins over.
Let me tell you something, Chili's. You done did it again.
That's good, Chili's.
You said Nashville. You said Nashville, huh? Got that Nashville rub on it. And I feel like they massaged that.
And I feel like it's the perfect size too.
Yes, they did. They really must. They got all up in that. They got all up in that. Wow. I'm impressed, Chili's.
Very good.
We've been married for how long?
It'll be 12 years in January.
Get out of here. 12 years? And then 14 years all together.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yep.
Cheers to us, man. And it's been a good. You know how like you had those. And shout out to all relationships that keep it going. But there are some relationships, they be like, yeah, man. Shoot, years 2 through 10 was rough, but we here.
I didn't know we was gonna make it. I'm sorry.
What? I was telling my mentee the other day, one of my mentees, he was talking about this girl that he was like, yo, it's so hard. Like, I love her, but like, it's so hard to be with her. I was like, yo, bro.
Maybe I need to take a break.
Maybe y'all should be together. Y'all should take a break. Love is not that hard. And I'm not talking from privilege. I'm just talking about respect for yourself and respect for that person. It should not be that hard to be with somebody.
Because maybe maybe y'all may be right for each other, but it's not the time.
Yeah.
May have to come back to it. But it really should not be that hard. It's not that hard. It really isn't.
It's not. It's really not, man. It's really not. I think some people like there either needs to be some development, like personally, within that couple, or like you said, it's not the right time.
Yeah.
And I think when you stay in something, when you stay in a relationship past beyond its due date, and that due date comes from a different reasons. Like if I'm the same Maurice that Janay met at 19, we might not be here.
Mm-hmm. I
Right?
agree.
So that due date is conditional because you are supposed to grow over time. You're not supposed to stay the same.
Right. Which is why, like, now I don't want to pass judgment on anybody. Like, this is not with shade, but when people have relationships that have like significantly or significant year differences,
Mm,
it's like you're growing together.
true.
You're evolving. And as you get older, you start to evolve at a different rate than somebody who's 22 or 25,
True.
you know, or you should be at least. I don't know. I don't know. That was my judgy comment of the day. Sorry.
No shade.
No shade. If it works for you. But I wouldn't advise it from somebody who has been in relationships that seemed less, it was less intense because I was younger, but still,
Mm,
the age difference at the age was intense.
mm-hmm. Thinking about man, dang, we've been together for 14 years and it still feels like year one. Like, what are some things, like, give me one that you're like, if you were to speak to a young couple today, if Layla and her husband is about to go through marital whatever, counseling or whatever, like, what would you say? Like, what's one thing that you're like, y'all gotta have that. You have this, and your marriage will thrive.
I think the biggest thing that I can generalize is set your standards and goals early. Like,
What do you mean by that?
so, like, you know what you're working towards or working within. So, like, for instance, like, when me and Maurice started dating, excuse me, it's acidic wine. When me and Maurice started dating, we had standards of our own, right? So something for me was, um, I don't know, like we got to spend time together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to be in a position, I don't want to be in a relationship where I see my husband once a week or spend time with him once a week. Like I want to be able to spend good quality time with my husband as well as I want my husband to spend good quality time with the family. So we're planning to have kids or a family. You need to plan for the family that you can spend as much time with as possible. That was a standard of mine.
I I have to agree with that being important because I think that set the foundation for us.
Hmm.
Like when as you ascend in your years, you'll start to think about your foundation.
Right.
And for me, I'm my foundation has always been time. Like, we as a family, we as a marriage, we as our individual parent relationships with our daughter is based on time. Like
Yeah.
we spend time with intentional time.
And quality time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's important. Or like, let's say if you have a goal, a joint goal, because I just feel like with any relationship or marriage or wherever you're planning to be together, you should have joint goals. You know, you're becoming one. So if a joint goal of yours is to, I don't know, be able to spend time with your family on Saturdays. Okay, what am I working towards that allows me to alleviate a Saturday for me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you start to shape your mind and your lifestyle to fit what your family goals are, so that you're actively working together and towards those things.
That's a good point, Janay, because like if your goals are not aligned, you can be working like positively, right? Nothing's wrong with what, excuse me, what you're doing, but you're working apart. Like we're working, we're getting somewhere, we're going somewhere, but we're going apart.
For sure.
Yeah,
I think if I could just add one before you answer,
for sure.
something that would trump that.
Well, I like when you put your hand on my back. I feel, ooh, ooh, you know.
Something that would something that would trump that is that you have to be friends. You
Yes.
have to be able to fall back on friendship. Like, as cliche as it sounds, you don't want to hurt your friend. You don't want your friend to be mad at you. You don't want your friend to feel left out. You don't want your friend. You know, it's certain privileges and luxuries that you afford your friends that you may not just afford a significant other. You get what I'm saying? Like, if you think about, like, that's my husband. I know I'm supposed to do A, B, and C for him, but for a friend, I want my friend to feel this way. If that makes sense.
It does in a healthy way.
No, that's what I'm saying, in a healthy way.
Yeah. Because like you've seen people in a very unhealthy way, staying with their husband, stay with their wife, and like they're abusive, physically or verbally, emotionally, whatever. But like you said, that friendship gives some sense of loyalty. I don't know. It's like it almost feels like a deeper tie. And
It is.
as you're my wife, I feel like that's the strongest tie.
Yeah,
But
that's like a responsibility or like a appointment. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like the spousal term becomes like a title. That's a
I think
responsibility.
that's what society has made it to be. To me, when I'm getting into my spiritual bag, because I'm from the streets, but I'm spiritual, like I got my spirit is on high. Um, and I feel your eyes. I feel your eyes looking at me.
I was in agreement with
Hey,
you.
oh, thank you, sister Nay. You want to pray later? So we can pray in the closet.
Come on.
All right. They're gonna pray in the coat room. Hey, remember the coat room? Hey man, things happen in the coat room. But anyway,
I don't remember the coat room.
we don't got to talk about your coat room stories because I
I
don't
don't
want to.
remember
I
the
don't want
coat
to hear
room.
them. I don't want to
You the
hear them.
one who said remember the coat room, all excited.
Well, I was talking about.
Yeah, exactly. I should punch you in the head. Yeah.
I deserve that punch in the head. All right, dang, what was I saying? I don't even know. Moving forward, I guess one thing that I would pass down to a young couple would be, shoot, man, understand that person's love languages and also be willing to communicate and stand on yours. I would say.
You gotta explain.
I think that as individuals, we love differently and we show love differently,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I could be showing you, yo, I love you, I love you, I love you, but the way that I receive it may not be like, yo, over the heads, like, yo, she's really in love with me. I mean, but that's where the communication comes in. Hey, yo, I'm cooking for you because yes, I'm good at cooking, but I'm showing that I love you.
Yeah. We struggle with that a little bit.
We have. We have, because we've like, because we have roles in our family. Like, yo, I'm a wash the clothes and fold the clothes, boy, and I'm putting things away. That's my job. Nay's job, she's cooking. Like, but it's not just cooking. It's, hey, I'm making this meal, and I have the plates arranged, and I set the candles, and I put a vibe together for you. I'm outside of my role. I'm showing you that I love you.
I think also like we've like struggled with that like on like a more like personal love language level. Like I'm somebody like you said cooking, which means that like I like action. I like people to do. Whereas you like to say, and you like for me to express that as well. Whereas I struggle with that because I'm like I'm showing you. I don't have to write you a sonnet. You know what I'm saying? Whereas you're like, but I wrote you all these poems and text messages and all these things, and it's like you're not showing it in the same way, but it's like I'm showing it in my way. So we really had to like
We had to grow.
we had to grow to understand like, all right, there is a point where you do have to come out of your comfort zone a little bit to meet that person at least halfway. Like, all right, if you send me a long text telling me how much you love me and all the things you love about me,
I can't like it.
I can't just like it. Like I gotta respond and at least respond with something like mid lengthy and intentional. Like I'm replying back to you with my level of what you're showing me.
Right. It can't just be, yo, this is how I love and this is how I receive love.
And that's it.
And closed door.
Like that's not how it works. Like on the flip, like with Maurice, I'm like, yes, that's nice. You can send me things and like long. I love those things and I really appreciate those things. But at the same time, it is nice when you do cook me tacos. That's a really nice gesture that I love. Or when you plan a date night, or like you know what I'm saying, or you're like, oh, make sure you block out Saturday the 26th. You know what I'm saying? Like those gestures are also very nice and they mean a lot to me.
Yeah, it's the intention. You know what I mean? Like, how can I say this? Like, all right, for a bad example, like Nate cannot check in with me all day. Like, and I'm out. I'm usually out the house all day. So if I'm out the house all day and I ain't hear from Nay, but when I come in, the house smelling good. You got food on the counter, on your plate, waiting for you, and it's good food. You know what I mean? No Popeyes, like it's a homemade food, and you coming home to bliss. That's love. I had to understand that. I was just thinking of, yo, she's being nice, or yo, that's
what I'm supposed to be
That's
doing.
what she's supposed to
when
be
I'm
doing
in the
because
house doing other shit.
but only because that's our roles. That's our role assignment. Not like women's supposed to be cooking. I ain't saying that, but that's our role. That's how we're
At
set
the
up.
same time, I'm doing other stuff too. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
True.
like just the effort to do that is.
Yeah. Yo, you hold on now, because yes, I provide and I also do other things too. So the effort to do the other things is on both sides, young boy. Don't do that, champ. Don't do that, champ. We can go there. It's on both sides.
It's not. It's not. It's not. It's not comparable.
And your mind and how you store actions. And that's okay. But in my mind it's different.
It is different.
It is different.
It is different.
It is.
Very much so.
Very much to the substantive power.
Okay.
Okay, all right, we're gonna move forward.
We are.
Get your hand off. Remember how I said I liked your hand in my back? No more. Get your hand off my back.
Move over.
You was hungry, wasn't you?
I,
Or maybe I've been talking a lot. I don't know.
I was hungry.
Let's just move forward.
I was hungry. There's no doubt about that. I was hungry. We be fasting until 4 o'clock on
We
Fridays.
definitely do.
What would you say? What would you say from a man's perspective are non-negotiables when starting out a serious relationship? Now, like generalizing non-negotiables.
I would say like a person that is not willing to talk during tough times, like not having tough conversations, because there's going to be times in your relate, even when you're communicating your needs and your wants, or if something, like you have to be able to talk during tough times in a way that your partner can be heard, in that way that you can be heard too. Like if every time it gets tough, you're storming out,
Mm.
or you're cussing, or you're becoming really irate, like we can't get anywhere from here. So being able to communicate during tough times or challenges.
No, I agree. I think that that is a top quality to have, being able to communicate. Because that goes into being a parent. Like, can't stand a parent with short patience. Because raising children is hard. Being in a relationship, being cohabitating with somebody else is hard. So being able to communicate is like huge. So it's like, all right, if you want this, if you're looking to cohabitate with others, if you're looking to raise other human beings, you got to do the work. Maybe talk to somebody, work through the trauma of not being able to communicate, because a lot of us do have trauma in communicating. Just by the way we were raised, we were raised that children are meant to be seen, not heard.
Yeah.
So advocating for ourselves becomes an issue in relationships a lot of times, and not knowing how to advocate, what tone to advocate, because when somebody was advocating against us, they were yelling at us or yelling down at us, or insulting us or whatever it was. So we carry those habits into relationships. So knowing how to communicate effectively, because like for instance, like when me and Maurice started dating and having like arguments or disagreements, like I will blow up. But that's just because like I've seen people yell and blow up when they get angry or need to resolve issues. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I've been privy to. So that's what I would do. I would blow up. I would yell. Like I would just be like, yo, I'm just passionate. That's what it is. I'm just passionate when I talk. But it's like, no, you got to take a couple seconds to understand. Nobody wants to hear you yelling at them.
In the airport, I'm carrying all the bags, and you yelling at me. Goddamn!
Oh my God, Maurice. You did not have to be that specific.
The people want us to be real.
You did not have to be that specific. You did not. But yeah, communication is huge. It's the inner workings of a lot. And like I said, one day you'll have to raise little human beings to be effective communicators and tell you what's wrong and be able to advocate for themselves at school, and you want to be prepared yourself for that.
Absolutely. I will also say, like, you gotta be with somebody that can see outside of their own eyes. Like, it ain't just about me and how I feel and what happens to me. There's another person here, and they have feelings too. And I'm not always right. I could be wrong. Like just the willingness to see things from another perspective, I think is super important.
I agree with that, because the person that you're with does not have to be the smartest person on earth, but they should balance you out.
Right?
So
Like
like
here,
where
I'm
you
I'm a genius. Like I'm really smart. But Janae, like
smarter,
she's
smarter,
you know, she'll get in, but I don't know like if she's at the
smarter.
top of the class.
If
I'm
I'm
top
not,
of the
if you're
class.
not, now, come on, buddy,
No,
come on, come on, tell the truth, tell the truth. Come on, come on. Say it into the mic.
You're smarter.
I know. Thank you. Let's come on. But that person should balance you out.
What?
You okay?
All right.
But like for instance, like if you are, this is just literally being literal. Like if you're really good in math, try to find somebody that's good in English. Just period.
Yeah.
Just period.
Question for you. Now I know this is easy because I'm like really handsome and my body is always in top tier shape. But like how do you or what would you say to a young person to how do you keep the intimacy high? Like how do you keep the flirting and the intimacy on a very passionate level um in a marriage?
That is a good question because I really feel like it starts with yourself first. Like you said, like you keep your body, tight, but that's a personal goal of yours in order for you to feel attractive to me. You feel what I'm saying? Like for somebody else, it might be something else. It might be I have to keep my hair and nails done to feel attractive to my partner. So I'm going to maintain those things. Um, but it really comes with you first. It comes from within you and from you. And I say within you because if we're talking science, we know that keeping up with yourself helps your libido, your diet, exercise, the way you perceive yourself, like all of these things help with you feeling desirable and wanting to be desired.
That's so important, and I'm glad that you started there. It really starts with self.
Because like I'm not saying you got to be skinny. What I'm saying is you got to feel your best self
There you go.
in order to want to be desired and to feel desirable.
Like you want somebody else to see you as sexy, but you don't see
you don't
yourself.
see yourself as sexy, and that don't work that way.
No.
So that's why, like, yes, it's for my heart and stuff like that. But also, I go to the gym because I'm like, I want to make sure I'm desirable. Like
Yeah.
that's something that's a goal of mine. Like I have certain standards for myself to feel desirable. This is how I feel desirable. So I do certain things to maintain and to keep up with things like that.
That's good. Great answer.
So I think it comes from you. But as far as like a couple thing and what you can do jointly, like play games or do things that y'all like to do together as often as you can to keep that spark going.
Yeah, I gotta agree with that. I think playfulness, like you think about that, recess time. Like there was a certain energy when you was running after that girl, or you when you're playing tag and you gotta tag this person, or oh my god, they coming to tag me. So that playfulness I think goes a long way. So maintaining that, and that could be flirting, but that playfulness is like, to me, yeah, I think it's so important.
Agreed.
It's crazy because like I could tell, like me and they we're very intimate. I'll say, I mean, so, but I know when we're off, when we're not like joking around.
Everything is very strict around
when
here.
shit is like mad serious.
It's so strict.
You took out the trash, yeah, I did.
And that tongue, yeah.
You got food tonight?
What?
Yeah, we got it. It's salmon.
What?
Salmon and rice.
Everything's so tense.
You ready to put Layla down? Yeah, let's go. Bedtime. You ready to pray? But like when it's playful, like everything is good.
Yeah.
Everything is good. And honestly, man, that's with sex, that's without sex. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. Like, that playfulness goes a long way.
It does.
That I'm in a flirting. Our flirt level is high. That's a sign of a healthy relationship. That intimate relationship.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Any last points of advice?
For
I guess that you would give a couple. I guess let's give one piece of advice to a new couple and one piece of advice to a couple that's been together for 10 plus years.
okay, all right.
I need some more wine to feel sophisticated during this answer.
Okay.
I've been sipping, you've been babysitting.
All right.
What you got
So to a new couple,
to a new couple?
one piece of advice:
One.
grow the friendship. Like whatever you gotta do. Like, yeah, I know y'all want to travel and you want to go to different restaurants and whatever, but then that's cool. You need that. But grow the friendship. Make sure the friendship is the priority. Grow the friendship.
To a new couple, I would say be creative.
Mm.
Sometimes you gotta be creative in getting to know each other, being creative in problem solving. Like we said earlier, sometimes you gotta meet each other in the middle and you gotta figure out what that looks like. So just continuing to be creative because people change and as you're growing, like things change, you change, they change. Be willing to be creative.
I like that. I think for a couple that is in a relationship for some time, I would say put the work in, man. And what I mean by that is, yo, make sure you schedule dates routinely. That's putting the work in. Not just coming home, what's up, babe? We talk and we go to sleep and then it's routine. Put the work
That's
in.
boring.
Yeah, we not doing
And then
that.
niggas be weren't wondering why their wife is cheating on them after 30 years. Like nigga, you the same person you was 20 years ago.
You are predictable. We know what you about to do,
You about to
man.
be going from 5 to 1. And then not have no day plan for us to rekindle nothing. I think that we're both going to try to kind of say the same thing to both age groups. You kind of did say the same thing.
No, I did not.
You said to them,
I said
build the friendship. That's work.
And I said,
so that's putting the
put
work in. You said build the friendship. That's putting the work in. And older couple put the work in. It's putting the work in.
Both stop. Because both of them require work, Janay.
They do, exactly. That's what I just said.
Everything requires work. They're all action steps.
I'm going to say also to the older couple, be creative.
That's work, right? And you just said the same thing.
I know. I said we're both going to say the same thing to the two age groups.
You said that?
Yeah. Look at you.
Let's drink to that. We're being on the same page. See how I flipped that real fast?
But yeah, be creative. Find new ways to get to know each other. Play some games. If you care. You know what I'm saying? Because at a certain point, after 12 years, 14 years together, we still care to get to know new things about each other, to still be in each other's space, to still find new ways to have fun. We still care about that. Don't make nobody make you care about nothing you don't care about. Let's be honest. If you don't care no more, you have to be honest with your partner. I honestly don't care no more about this. So where do we go from here? Should I release you? Should you release me? Let's be honest. I don't care no more. And stop trying to bond people to these unhappy marriages for 75 fucking years.
Tell them, Nay.
I'm just saying, people grow.
Go, Nay.
And we try to bond people to marriage and to being with people because we say religion. Nothing in the Bible is saying kill yourself slowly from sadness and depression.
Ooh, amen.
And stress. Nothing is saying that.
Amen. I'm with you.
You made a mistake. All right, we weren't meant to be together for the rest of our lives.
I love Jesus. He is our Savior. But I don't think he is like, yo, stay with an abusive person.
Mentally abusive?
Like, stay unhappy in that marriage. I don't think he wants that.
At all. So, yeah, that would be my little tip.
Can I add one more? Can I give him a bonus?
Bonus.
I love when I used to get those bonus points on the test.
Or a bonus at work.
Or a bonus in sex. Like, yeah. Don't go over the top, baby.
What are you talking about?
You know I like to go above and beyond.
Come on.
And she know. You see how close she got. Is don't stop looking at your partner. And what I mean by that is like it feels good to be seen. Especially by the one that you feel like you're in love with.
Yeah.
When you feel like you're seen, it can make everything else not matter at all. Like, notice that how their body is changing. Notice their moods. Notice what makes them happy, what makes them unhappy. Like, just notice them. Notice how their dreams change and evolve.
I have dreams all the time. You talking about like aspirations?
I was. Shit, dumb self, man. She's so stupid. See, y'all talking about I'm smarter. She's so.
You're not. You are not smarter. You are not smarter.
Oh my god.
I do have dreams all the time though.
But we wasn't talking about that. We was having a good moment. That could have been viral. And then you went there. That could have been viral. We could have been making millions. But you talking about, yeah, I have dreams.
I have dreams.
SpongeBob the other day.
I like chips. All right. We gotta close out because we gotta go get Layla.
Oh, all right.
All right.
Get up. I gotta get my other baby. Let's go.
These are Happy Hour Fridays.
Family
Thank
on
you for
three.
joining us again. 1, 2, 3, family.
Family on 3. 1, 2, 3, family.
Why couldn't it be on my 3?
Because I'm the guy. I'm the provider. All right.